The complexity of a national defense warning system can be severely tested in a crisis. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, one of the dangers was that any missile fired from Cuba would be unseen by the existing U.S. early warning system. It faced north from bases in the United Kingdom, Greenland, and Alaska, all looking for incoming Soviet ICBMs over the Arctic polar region. So the U.S. improvised, using a series of radars made for other purposes by turning them to face south, one each in Morristown, New Jersey, Laredo, Texas, and Huntsville, Alabama. According to the official history of the radar operation, it all worked fine. But an officer who served at NORAD later told me, in essence, "Gosh, that's interesting. I remember being told that a missile had just been launched out of Cuba, targeted at Tampa, Florida." When he told me this, I asked for the details. He told me he wrote it in the command center log at NORAD headquarters. So I got that log declassified and found that on October 28, 1962, there's a call from the radar in Morristown. It says the trackers there detected an uncorrelated missile launch projected to impact 18 miles west of Tampa, Florida. That could have led to retaliation by our forces against the Soviet Union, since President Kennedy had just announced in his October 22nd speech on the crisis,
"It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union."
Later, after an investigation, it was discovered a test tape was running on the equipment. But the incident was covered up, so it was never reported up to the highest levels. So the fixes necessary to separate a training program from an actual system operations were never completed. Only years later, when a similar false warning occurred during the Carter administration, were definitive steps taken to completely separate systems used for training from those online for actual operations.